What's going on, everyone? From Down Under here, and thanks for joining me again on Total War Warhammer. And today I have a 1v1 battle, as recommended by a few of you guys out there who've been watching my video clips. A 1v1 battle, me myself as the Beastman versus my opponent who's also gone as a Beastman. Unfortunately, I wanted it to be somebody else who was going to go as Bretonia or the Empire or whoever. It didn't matter, I just wanted them to go as somebody else. But they didn't want to, so I thought, oh, well, the hell with it, let's just have a game. There was nobody else really wanting to join 1v1 battle. Everybody seems to be going for sieges these days. I notice there's a lot of siege battles going on. So let me know if that's what you guys are all doing too, because it seems a bit odd that in every other Total War game, there's never been any really siege battles that you could join online. But now I suppose they've made it more streamlined and more quicker paced, the siege battle, as you're only taking the battle onto a war. Perhaps that's the reason why more people are going to, I don't know. But today we've got a 1v1, so let's check out the armies we've got. We're set up a little bit differently. I'm spread out more wider, and I've also got a vanguard unit at the back here, or group of troops out here, whereas my opponent is more, how could you say, they're more together, like they're not really spread out, they're just nice lines, nicely organised, and that's it. So let's just have a look. We'll start off with my side to begin with. So right at the front we have a Gorbel, so I thought I'd have something heavy at the front here just in case he tries to throw some light units at me to disrupt my lines. Perhaps maybe he can disrupt the light units from coming in. And behind him there are 3 units of Ungor spearmen with shields, so I got them just in case their cavalry would come out here on this way, because it seems like a perfect sort of area to charge cavalry down, in my opinion anyways. At the rear there are 3 units, at least here, that are visible, 3 units of Ungor raiders. So is there a 4th? Yes, there's a 4th unit of Ungor raiders here, so they're the archer unit. Not very good at being out, but they're very quick, and they can be used as vanguard as well. So it's not too bad in that sense. But yeah, that's what's over here. At the rear of this section, we have 3 units. So we've got, I believe, 2 Centigore units. So 2 units of Centigores. So the cavalry. Look at him, he's happy. He wants to get into it. And we've also got the Centigore throwing axes as well. So a little bit of range in there, but they can also charge in with their spears as well. I don't think they're as strong melee-wise, sorry about that. I don't think they're as strong melee-wise, which is why they can do both. So anyways, we'll look here, continue on in the forest. On this section over here, we have, sitting here, some Bestigor herd. So they're the great weapon, or great axe infantry. So more heavily armoured, they've got a massive axe. So how many units of them do we have here? We've got 1 there. I'm pretty sure there was more. Oh, we've only got the 1. There's 2 units there. 2 units, yep. 2 units of Bestigor herd. Now, in the main bulk area, this is what I call this, the main area with the armies, since I've got my hero unit over here. At the front, we've got a Cygor, so he's ready to chuck his rock. We've also got a giant, looking doughy, but he's willing to fight. And at the front we've got some Gore herd with the shields, so just your general axe infantry. So they're nothing that special, but oh, you never know, we'll see what they can do. At the rear we've also got some more Gore herds, so another 3 units of Gore herd. And in between those units we have our Malagor the Dark Omen. So he's one of my favourite hero units actually. You wouldn't think that a wizard class would be so strong melee wise, but he is. He can actually put up a great fight. So that's the units over here. Now we look into the forest. We have some Minotaurs. So they're just your standard Minotaurs, monstrous infantry, carrying 2 battle axes with them, 1 in each hand. And then we've got the Minotaurs with shields. So they're missing 1 axe, but they've got a shield now, so they can protect themselves against arrow fire. So I think I've got two units of them. Yep, 2 units. 3 units of Minotaur shields. Fantastic. And then we've got Minotaur great weapons, so they'll be able to carve up the lines as they come in. And I'm pretty sure that is all. We have, oh, no. We have a Gorbel right here as well. So, same sort of thing, he's leading the front line. I think it's just nice for decoration, put him at the front, no need for protection. Over here we've got another cavalry unit. We have some Centigore great weapons, so they'll be great. They'll be looking to charge in on whatever's coming this way. hiding in because they're hiding in the forest. So we have one unit there, and we've got 2 units and 3 units. So 3 units of the Great Weapons Centaurs over here. So that's the main bulk area of our army, and the Vanguard unit, which I've got here. Now I like to have a Vanguard unit. I don't see too many people doing it, and my opponent definitely didn't do that. Oh, look at that dragon skull up there. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But I like to have them as a means of taking out the artillery or any ranged units that are sitting behind, especially if they're not hiding here in the forest themselves. So out here, they're not exactly that strong. It's this Ungor herd, so just like your arch unit, but with shield and axe instead. So I believe I have 4 units of them out here, do I? 1, 2, 3 units of Ungor herd and 1 Ungor raider. So that's the Vanguard units that I have over here. So we'll see how they go. Now, before we look at my opponent, let's just look at this dragon skull. Look at it. It's great, the amount of detail they put in. And even when you go into here, you can see the detail still there, which is fantastic. Died laying down, obviously. So, now we'll look at the opponent. So, looking at the front line, so what they've done is they've set up some, I don't know, could you say they're light units, but they're war beasts anyways. So he's got some Chaos Warhounds, so the poisonous variety, and he's also got some regular Chaos Warhounds. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of them, and he's going to charge them straight at me to try and do a bit of damage or distract whatever's going on. Over here, he's got 4 units of Ungor Spearmen herd. So he's got. Let's just look at the whole entire line because it's so well decorated. So he's got 4 units up to here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Ungor Spearmen. So he's got a fair bit of them. I think he was expecting me to come with a lot of large units because it seems a bit bizarre that you'd have so many, because they're not very strong, they're quite weak, right? They don't even have shields, so they can't protect themselves against archer fire. To my advantage, so I probably won't complain. 2 Gorbul and 1 Kazarak, the one-eyed, so that's his hero unit, obviously. We've got 2 Cygors, as you can see there. And let's look at his middle line. So he's also got a fair bit of heavy infantry. So these are Bestigors. So having a look at them, they're the great axe infantry. So I've got them as well, but he's got a lot more of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 8 there? 8. And so he's got 8 of those Bestigor herd. Now looking to the back. At the rear, he has Minotaur Great Weapons. So he's got 1 there. 2 Minotaur Great Weapons. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Minotaur Great Weapons, and he has another 2 Cygors. So he has 4 Cygors all up, and if his hero unit can spawn them or not, I don't know. We'll see. But he's got 4 Cygors at the moment, so that's going to be a lot of rocks thrown at us. Well, without further ado, let's get this battle underway. So as you can see, the rocks have been thrown, and boom, straight into these warhounds. They look more like pigs than dogs. But anyways, so just as I was saying, he's charged these units straight. So he's done pretty well, actually. They're in perfect line. Now they're breaking up because of the hill. He's going after all my units, and let's have a look at this guy. He's going to swing. Boom! He stopped that unit from making the charge, taking him out. Same with the Cygor, also taking him out. And the Gore herd are taking care of, although they're getting a bit of damage. So, and I forgot to mention that my unit's all with the gold edging, and the opponent's unit is all with the orange edging. And we're going to leave it on. We're not going to go cinematic view like this, because that'll get very, very confusing when the battle truly does kick off. At the moment, it's pretty much just a skirmish, and now the 2 armies are about to engage each other. Just look at that! Isn't this great? Like seeing large armies. I'm sick of playing battles where you only got the small armies, you know, the half armies. It's ridiculous. Oh, here comes the Gorbuls from the opponents. Let's see how they go in there. Do they dive? They do not, but they do a fair bit of damage on their way in. Boom! Look at that! Jeez. And here come those Ungor Spearmen without the shields, and yeah, they're taking a fair bit of damage from the archers because they do not have shields. So a little bit of a mistake here, but they only cost 300, so they're quite cheap. And maybe that's why he went for them, because he wanted more of the Great Axe infantry. And here's my Cygor smashing him around. That's great. Ooh, this battle is really going off. I'm loving it. It was actually a real joy to play, but you don't really realise how great it is until you watch it again sometimes. Oh, there we go. That was me who did that, because my hero unit was getting surrounded by enemy troops, so I needed to smash him back a bit and to help my Gore herd take on, because they got those heavier ones in here, please. Yeah, they've got their Minotaur great axes, they're great weapons. So yeah, it's looking quite the battle, and it's fairly well balanced. Of course, I outnumber them because I've got more of the lighter infantry. And here we go, my Vanguard unit are chasing the Cygors, which is exactly what we need them to do. We need to silence those Cygors as much as we can, because we don't want them bombarding our troops. And there come the archers. So we're just about to go into retreat. Some retreated units there. Cavalry started moving them into position. So hopefully they can swing around and charge in. This is quite the battle, and there's still 2 Cygors out here, and there's nothing that really can be done about it. Where's my other cavalry? I thought I had... What have I done with them? I don't know. I think I must have charged in. Yeah, there we go. I've charged in with my other Centaurs to help out with the battle that's unfolding here. You're going around slicing a lot of it, and we've put a lot of them in retreat. This is fantastic. And he's just vomiting on the retreating troops. I've got my Centaurs out here. They're not doing anything. Oh, here we go. We're going to charge into this unit. Are we? Why not? Let's charge into them. Who cares? Oh yeah, throw some axes in. That's a good idea. Yep, smashing them aside. So fantastic. That unit is that should be in permanent retreat, I think. There goes that Cygor. He's finished. He's done. He's gone home. He goes, nah, this battle's too much for me. I am out of here. Now I can move the rest of my Gore herd, or Ungore herd, to take on whatever's over this way. So my giant, he's taking on the spearman on his own. He's got still quite a bit of health considering, and morale hasn't gone down either. So that's a fantastic sign for him. And oh no, I think we're completely oblivious to this. What's going on here? Turn around, men! Turn around, or beasts, whatever you want to call yourselves. No, but that's alright, they're Centaurs anyway, so they're pretty strong. Oh no, this is just that they're going in retreat. That's terrible. A lot of the battles starting to happen in the forest now, so is that my unit? Yes it is. We're charging in here because I believe they got some of their heavier units in here. There we go. So they're Minotaurs. Got a few of them around, so that could be the only tipping point of the battle if it does go against us. And there we go. So the battle is tipping in our direction, as I was just saying that it could still go against us. But yeah, it still can, because they got a lot of heavy infantry. And if they play their cards right, use the hero effectively, if he has some kind of magic just to blast them away, then maybe he could turn it around. I've got a few units over here that are doing nothing, but it's not really making too much of a difference at the moment, because I've got a fair bit of infantry sitting around mopping up the field over here, so it's pretty much a one battle for me. Oh no, Gore herd's in retreat, and there's my hero unit. They're taking on an army by himself. So what I mean by strong, usually wizard units aren't very good in the melee, but he's quite good. So you know, he costs a lot, so he should be good. So he's there chopping up. They're the great axes that are after him too. So, but there's no support for him, so hopefully I'm picking up on that and I'm sending something. Obviously not. I'm chasing the Cygor who's in retreat anyways. I need them to come back and take on the great axes to ensure survival. Yeah, my archer units are volleying into the enemy. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, but your archer units won't fire. Oh, we'll see now, will they? No, they will not fire if you have your own units or ally units in front of their range of fire. So that's a little bit of a downside, but I suppose that that means you won't cop as much friendly fire deaths on the field. But I don't really care. Sometimes you just want them to volley in there because that will do the trick sometimes, but it doesn't happen. So, but we'll see how things are going under here. So, well, there's a volley going on there into him. That's interesting. Is that one of ours? Yeah, it is. And that's our unit, and they're still volleying into him. So, as I was just saying, I just contradicted what just happened just then. The archers were still firing into the Centaurs. Oh, maybe there's certain circumstances, but I know, especially like the Empire with their rifles, they won't shoot if they got allies in front of them. So here are the Minotaur, great weapons, and we're really charging everything. We're going to try and take this cake home. It's really going. They've only got 500. We've got 1500. So we're outnumbering them by three times the amount. So it's going in our favour quite significantly. There's only a minute left in the battle. They cannot turn this around unless they use some kind of dark magic that I haven't discovered in this game yet to wipe out all my units. But it doesn't look like it's happening for them today. So let's see. Nothing going on there. 34 seconds remaining. Can they do any type of significant damage? I don't think so. Just want to go that way for some reason. And so 2 Cygors that are still in the battle here. And what are they attacking? Nothing really. So they're attacking. He's trying to step on each other's toes. Ah, it's my giant. Boom. Taking out his legs. Taking it. Wish their rocks would smash and have to rip another one out of the ground. That would look funny. But that's it. That's the end of the battle. So I finally got a win as the Beastmen, but I'm not happy about this type of win because I wanted to have a win against another type of faction, because Beastmen versus Beastmen, you can't... I don't know, it's not a true measure of how this faction is, because in my experience, as you may have seen from my other videos, every single battle I've been losing. Sometimes it's because of my allies, sometimes I think it's because of me or the strategy I've been using. But the one consistent thing that's happening throughout every single battle is the morale is so weak that even though that they're in a good position and they're winning, they will retreat. And I find that so annoying, because it means that you have to wait for them to come back into the fight, you have to wait for the morale to go up and then recharge back in there. But maybe there's a strategy behind that. I don't really see the hero unit being of any use in keeping troops in battle. There really doesn't seem to be any type of special type of ability to recall the troops in. Maybe there is, and I just haven't noticed because I keep on using the one hero. But anyways, let me know what you think about this battle, if this has really shown my worth. If not, let me know what strategies you guys are using as the Beastmen, because I'd really like to know how to play a lot better with these guys, because they're a really interesting team with the units that they've got, and they're a really joy to sort of look at on the battlefield. But until next time, please like the video, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below to show your support, and I will catch you later.